You know, in the last video, I said I was going to pause you and be right back. Well, I accidentally hit the stop button, so I have to make more than one video. Okay, well, whatever. So you have all your pieces ready, right? You're ready to rock and roll now. Okay, so this is what I want you to do first. I want you to take your outer pocket and I want you to put it on your batting. And then you're just going to randomly pin it. I don't know my pins. I guess I could have used colored pins, but it's just randomly pinned down the length of the fabric. Then what we're going to do, once we have it pinned to our batting, then we're going to take these strips. Again, remember I told you they're folded, pressed wrong sides together. Okay, you're going to lay this raw edge is even, and I've already got one pinned already. And you're going to pin it along the top and the bottom. So raw edge is even. And again, see, it doesn't matter if it matches at the end. We'll trim it down later. So pin the pocket fabric to your batting and then pin top and bottom. And at this point, this doesn't matter, top or bottom, but you're going to pin it to both sides. And at this point, you are going to have these two outer pockets ready to stitch. You're going to stitch 1/4 of an inch away from the edges of that, and then we'll move on to the next step. And this time I really am going to pause you. Okay, so you can see, well, you can't see, I haven't shown it to you yet, but what I've done is I have stitched top and bottom of those. Okay, so now, and I have taken all of those pins out that I had used to hold my layers together. After I've done that, I take this and I trim it down. So I'm trimming off all of the excess batting now. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to take the lining of my pocket and my pocket, the outer part of my pocket, I'm going to layer them on top of each other, right sides together. And I am making sure when I do this that I put the outer pocket, see if I can get that lined up. Yep, there we go. So I've layered them and I'm putting the batting side up because you'll notice you can see those seams there, and what we want to do is sew along that same seam that we just sewed. So we're going to use that as our guide. We'll do that with both pieces, but we'll leave these ends, the short ends will be left open because they'll get sewn up later on. So go ahead, pin these together, right sides together with the batting on top, and sew those sandwiches. Lining, outer part, and batting. Okay, so I'll be back in a minute. All right, I'm back. Yay me. So I have stitched both sides, and you can see the seams better on that side. But anyway, I've stitched both of the long sides here. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to turn this right side out. Once you've done that, you want to remember that the batting side, the piece that had the batting originally, the batting should go towards the outside of your bag. And that matters because when you make top and bottom on your pocket, you want to make sure that you have the batting towards the outside. So now I have turned this, but what I need to do now is press it so that this will lay nice and flat. And just a side note, as I've been stitching this, I find that it's easier if I use my walking foot just because of having the batting, and there are multiple layers that you're stitching through. So you get, 5, 6 layers. It's, it's nice to be able to use your walking foot for that. It's not necessary though. I have done it without the walking foot, but if you have one, go ahead and use it. Once you've pressed this, what you're going to do is you're going to top stitch along the top of your pocket. So now I've determined this is the top and this is the bottom. The bottom will actually get top stitched in a later step. So once you have put your layers together, you've turned them, you've pressed them, and you've top stitched them. Now what you're ready to do is start attaching things to your mesh, which we will pick that up on part 3 of the mesh tote on quilting with Kathy for her BFF. So I'll see you on the next video.